Hello, UCAR. Peter Christensen here, coming to you from the CEO's desk. Going to be talking today about the Code of Ethics. In particular, Standard Practice 1-6, it's really short. Realtors shall submit offers and counteroffers objectively and as quickly as possible. So in this day of lots of offers, this can be an issue. And it's one I actually get a few questions about from time to time. So I had the question the other day, hey, what if my seller wants to wait over a weekend or a week, and we're getting a lot of offers and a lot of buyers are anxious? Can they do that? And the answer is yes, of course they can do that, but it's got to be driven by the seller. So notice it says objectively and as quickly as possible. Well, could you have a scenario where a seller says, I want to wait 10 days to look at any offers, and that still be objective and as quickly as possible for you, the realtor? Sure. Could you have a scenario where you wait 2 days and it's not objective and quick? Yeah, absolutely. And I think what it all comes down to is the motive. The motive of why are you waiting until you are to submit the offers to your seller. If you're waiting because you want to somehow give yourself an advantage, or the buyers you represent as a dual agent, if you want to give them an advantage, or you're trying to hurry and submit them to give your buyers an advantage, well, then you got to look and wonder, is my motivation my gain, or am I following the seller's instruction? Because I could have a seller who says, I'm going to Lake Powell, but I want to list this right before, and I don't want to look at offers until next week. And that's totally valid. You're not breaching the Code of Ethics by not getting them to them quicker than that, because those are the instructions your seller gave you. But it's got to be coming from your seller and for your seller's good and their best interest, not your own. So if you're withholding 4 offers until even the next day because you have a buyer who's going to submit an offer, and you're saying, man, I'd really like my buyer's offer to be at the top of that list when I submit those, so I'm going to wait with these other 4 offers, then you might not be acting objectively and in your seller's best interest, and that could be a breach of Article 1. It all comes down to what's in your seller's best interest. So now you can give your seller all the information. Hey, I've got another buyer who's wanting to submit an offer. No problem there. But if your routine is to get them the same day, an hour after you receive them to the seller, at a designated time, keep with that routine. Don't change that to your benefit. That's not being objective. So keep that in mind. Talk with your seller before you list it to establish how they want to receive the offers, and then stick with it. Stick with it. That's how you're going to be objective and as quick as possible, is by following those instructions and helping your seller understand the plus minuses of how they want to do it, but then ultimately setting up the routine with your seller and sticking to it, even if you have buyers in the mix that may make you want to change it. You're sticking with the routine. You're sticking with the instructions from your seller and keeping it objective. Remember, this is not legal advice, just legal information. If you need specific legal advice, please contact your attorney. Thanks for tuning in.